Happy Independence Day to all my Guyanese brothers and sisters. Welcome to Cooking with Ash. Today I will be sharing my recipes for some veggie cook-up paired with some delicious crispy fried gray snapper. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you and thank you for stopping in. I hope you hit that subscribe button before you leave. To all my subscribers, sending you my love. So let's get into this delicious recipe. Start off our veggie cook-up. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start pressuring this red beans. You know, this takes a little bit longer to boil with everything else, so I usually pressure it for a little bit, you know, start to get everything nice and soft and tender. Of course, I had this soaking overnight. You know, I did less than half a cup. I had it soaked overnight. So let's start with this. I'm gonna use my pressure pot. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the lid and I'm gonna set it on the multi-grain settings and do this for 15 minutes. Remember, we're gonna keep cooking it with the veggie cook-up. These are the ingredients we will be using. Do bear in mind, everything will be listed in the description box below with measurement. So we're gonna start off with some cook-up seasoning, and this is from the brand Chief. That's all the seasoning you need for this pot. Believe me, it's so flavorful, it's so delicious. Screenshot it, guys, and look for it in your local grocery store. And no, it's not sponsored. Here I have some golden ray butter, green seasoning. I'm using some coconut milk, thyme. I have here cilantro, onion, scallion, celery, carrots. I have some brown rice. I love to cook it with the parboiled brown rice. Some corn. The kids love corn in the cook-up. I have here nice fat habanero, some chickpeas or chana. I have some black eyed peas, okra, and I'm using some baby spinach. So we already have the red beans pressuring there for 15 minutes. We're gonna go ahead now and add all this to the pot, you know, most of it to the pot, and finish this meal up very quickly. Then we're gonna proceed to season up our gray snapper. You know, cook up and fry fish is lit. It's a delicious. Our red beans is looking like it's cooked halfway through already. We're gonna add the other ingredients to our pot and cook this, you know, to cook everything together. You see that beautiful red color that it released in the pot? It's going to flavor the cook up nicely. I usually don't put any sauce in my cook up, as I like it, you know, with its natural flavor and all the natural ingredients that release its flavor in the pot. But feel free to add any kind of sauce you would like. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding our stuff to our pot. In goes our rice, and I wash my rice thoroughly, like really well, until the liquid runs clear. I'm gonna get everything nicely in there. One thing I forgot to mention as well, we will be using some water here, you know, to start the cook up along with our coconut milk, and you want to incorporate that in. And we're gonna proceed to add our corns. And if you don't like anything I'm adding to the pot, feel free to eliminate it. In goes our chickpeas, in goes our black eyed peas, our okra. You can leave your okra whole if you would like. In goes the habanero. Start building flavors to our pot. And I'm gonna go in with our green seasoning. And this is what I love about cook up. You can add everything to the pot one time and don't have to worry about it. In goes our thyme, our carrots, celery, scallion. All the intense flavors is being added to the pot. Our onion and our cilantro. Let me know in the comment below if this is how you cook your cook-up. And in our green seasoning, it has some nice marjoram poke in it. It has some broadleaf thyme, you know, have regular thyme. So you know this pot is going to be well seasoned and flavorful. But look at this, look at this. Oh my goodness. So I'm just incorporating, you know, mixing everything in. You want everything to mix in nice. I'm gonna go in now with our liquid. And this is how easy it is to cook this one pot cook-up. So easy. I'm gonna go in with our coconut milk. And in goes some liquid, which is our water, and give this a good mix. I'm gonna mix everything in well. And you can go ahead and taste for salt here if needed. You can add a little bit more cook-up seasoning. I usually don't add any salt because the cook-up seasoning, you know, have a lot of salt in it already, so you don't have to add salt. But look at this pot, it's looking so rich and delicious. I am going to go ahead and pop a lid on this and let it pressure for exactly 12 minutes, and then I'm going to come back and show you what the finished veggie cook-up is looking. I'm going to go in with our main ingredient, and that is our cook-up seasoning. I forgot to add it to the pot, so we're gonna add it now, and we're gonna mix it in well and finish this. Let's go ahead and prepare our gray snapper. For me, fish seasoning, you know, it don't have to be overwhelming. You have to season it you know, accordingly, not with too much spices, and enjoy that rich flavor from the fish. So here I have about 2.5 pounds of gray snapper. I went ahead and cut it back in, you know, little pieces. I love the bone in the snapper. That's my favorite part. I'm using some Chief brand fish seasoning, and this have everything and more that you need to season in your fish. It gives it amazing flavor. No, it's not sponsored. I have to say that, you know, before people be like, oh, she gets sponsored by Chief and that's why she's promoting their stuff. No, I love to share, you know, great quality ingredients with you guys, you know, make your job easier in the kitchen and faster. So here I have my green seasoning, 1 packet of sazon, and I'm using a little bit of curry powder. You know, if you're fried fish, you got to put some curry powder, story done. If you're Guyanese, you know that. And I went ahead and add some all-purpose seasoning in there. So everything I'm using will be listed again in the description box for you guys, so fear not. So let's go ahead and add our pack of sazon here, and this gives that rich, beautiful color to our fish. In goes our curry powder and our all-purpose seasoning. And I'm gonna go in with my fish seasoning here, and remember, the fish seasoning have salt, so you don't have to add any salt here. You know, you don't want to over salt anything. In goes our green seasoning. Get everything in that bowl and go in with your hands and massage it, or sani it, whatever you want to say. Massage the fish well with all the seasonings and let this marinate. Pop a cover on it, put it in your refrigerator and let it marinate, you know, as much time you have, at least an hour to, you know, 2 hours. It's great for it. The sort of fish will pick up all the marinade, you know, the marinade that we did, and it's going to be well seasoning and it's going to taste delicious. So while our cook-up is cooking, I'm going to pop this into the refrigerator, guys, and let it sit there, marinate nicely, and then we're gonna start later. And this is what our pot is looking like. She is looking fierce. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off by adding our golden ray butter. If you guys never add look at that melting into the rice. Oh my god, if you never try golden ray butter in your cook-up, well, I don't know what you guys waiting for. Y'all better get yourself some golden ray, because this thing is so flavorful in cook-up. And the last thing we're gonna go in here with is our fresh baby spinach. That's right, I don't cook my spinach ahead of time, you know, in the pot. I just, when the pot is finished, I usually just add it to my pot, and look how loose and nice this cook-up is. I'm just gonna mix everything in. Mix this baby spinach in and our golden ray butter, so it can distribute nicely in our pot. And you know, the heat from this cook-up is going to, let's pull out these thyme, because you know it served its purpose in the pot already. We're gonna pull it out and mix this in so the spinach can wilt nicely in the pot, and the golden ray can distribute throughout in the cook-up. But look how nice and loose our cook-up is looking. Ooh, this is going to be fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover the pot and let the spinach wilt down nicely. Then I'm gonna plate this up. What our marinated snapper is looking like after 2 hours sitting in the refrigerator. I went ahead and took it out like 15 minutes ago, so it could come down to room temperature. I have my oil heating up, and I'm not gonna fry this with any flour, okay? So certain fish you can fry without flour, and the way to do that is you have to make sure you're doing it in a non-stick pan, and you have to make sure that the fish, it's very sturdy and not soft, and it will break up easy, and make sure your oil is hot. So let's fry these snapper without no flour, and they're gonna be crispy on the outside and very juicy and delicious. Oil heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and start placing our fish into the oil. A few pieces at a time. We're gonna fry them until they're golden brown, and I have my heat. I just went and adjust my heat to 6, and I'm using an electric stove. Be mindful if you're using a gas stove, the heat is hotter, so be mindful with your heat temperature. I'm not going to be touching them or rotating them. I'm just gonna let them sit there, fry about 3 minutes on one side. Then I'm gonna go in and flip them, and let's check on these bad boys. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate them. As you can see, they start to achieve a nice golden brown color on one side. That's what we're looking for. Nice crispy golden brown color. So you keep frying them and turning them, make sure they achieve the color you're looking for. Some like their fish very, very brown, some like it in between. This right here is to your preference, how you like your fish. If you like it more on the brown side or less brown, you can pull it out. 5 minutes later, this is what our fish is looking like, nice and golden brown. I'm gonna go ahead and start taking them out. I have, a board here with paper towel line, and I'm gonna drain them on some paper towel. So you can fry this as long as you like, whatever color you like. Your preference, you eating the fish, right? So you cook it to your liking. If you want to go ahead and flour it, you can go ahead and flour the fish too. It's up to you, but as you can see, they're not sticking and they're frying beautifully. I have to put this down to show you guys. Let's pull these out of the pan, and we're gonna go ahead and do another set. But this is what the fish is looking like. That achieved that beautiful color. It's smelling delicious, and of course I'll break into a piece so you guys can see what it's looking like on the inside. It's nice and crispy and crunchy on the outside, and soft and moist and juicy. Man, this is what the plate is looking like. Are you guys hungry? Like, who have a fart? It's me. So this is the snapper. Look how beautiful she is looking. And the rice is nice and loose and fluff. OMG. And that pepper, that pepper is for me. I'm a pepper mouth, if you guys don't know that. Of course, I paired it with some cucumber. I love some red onions and some nice good old mango achar. Life is good. So let me put this camera on your girl, because my mouth of water up here. And let's do a taste test. I am. So let's get into this, guys. Let's get into this. I can't wait. Let's get a little bit of chutney or mango achar, and we're gonna dig in. So damn good. Listen, this is my signature cook-up, so I don't have to taste it to tell you guys how delicious it is. The beans, you're tasting the beans, the different types of beans, the black eye, the red beans. Then you're getting that chana, that chickpeas. And this achar, it's like flavoring everything even more. Not to mention the rich spinach. That's right, I'm gonna record myself, because I love you guys and I got no cameraman. But here is our fish, and you guys see the starting of the video how juicy and flavorful this thing is. But I'm gonna go in for a bite. Seasoned to perfection. The fish is falling apart in your mouth. It's so flaky and juicy. But we gotta go in with a bite of rice, a little bit of achar, piece of fish, the whole mouthful. Piece of onion, and a bite of cucumber. This is pure perfection and deliciousness. If you guys never tried my veggie style cook-up, now is the time for you to give it a try. It's quite satisfying. It's delicious. This fried fish is off the hook without the flour. Give it a try and let me know back your thoughts on it. Thank you guys so much for joining me in the kitchen. If you haven't subscribed yet, why I wait for? Hit the subscribe button. Show your girls some love. To all my subscribers, love you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for sharing my videos, for leaving a thumbs up and leaving a comment below. I enjoy reading each and every one comment and I appreciate you guys so much. So see you guys soon again with another delicious recipe. See you guys soon in the kitchen. Sending you my love, thanks, and gratitude. Love you guys. Take care.